From the beginning of time, man has always had a pursuit of the best quality of life possible. That quality of life is not possible without resources. The form of resources we have accumulated has changed over time from cowrie shells, state-controlled money, precious metals, real estate, and stocks and bonds. Over the past 100 years, the world has been dominated by the US dollar and its reserves. But everything that has a beginning also has an end. A new financial revolution is upon us with the emergence of a digital economy. The way we earn, spend, and accumulate resources is fundamentally changing. A new asset has appeared that the wealthy have overlooked. Bitcoin has become the best performing asset of the past decade by far. With only 21 million ever in existence, there are more millionaires and billionaires in the world today than there are Bitcoin. Just by holding 0.25 Bitcoin today will put you in the top 1% asset holders in the world in the next 5 to 10 years. If you had invested $100,000 in Bitcoin in 2013, today it will be worth more than $15 million. Bitcoin billionaire Raoul Pal says, Bitcoin's performance is so dominant and so all-encompassing that it is going to suck in every single asset narrative dry and spit it out. Never before in my career have I seen a trade so dominant that holding any other assets makes almost no sense. This is not an industry you can afford to ignore. If you want to remain in business, then you must adapt. Are you offering services in Bitcoin? Are you accepting payments with digital currencies? Have you adopted blockchain technology? Blockbuster Video at one point was the most dominant video service in the world. They had the opportunity to be part of Netflix, but they ignored the changing technology. Where is Blockbuster today? Where will you be tomorrow? Imagine a world where everybody is connected. Imagine a world where somebody in Japan can do a transaction with somebody in the United States without high banking fees. Imagine a world no longer ruled by greedy corporate banks. There's going to come a time when we think of central banks in the same way we think about calling an operator to talk to a friend on the phone. This weird, annoying entity that came between us and the things we actually wanted. You aren't going to drown in fees anymore. You aren't going to borrow money from a bank. You aren't going to fight a half a dozen middlemen. It'll just be you and your money anywhere on earth. And once this happens, cryptocurrency could very well make the US dollar obsolete. Once people understand how easy this is and get used to it, the demand for legacy money controlled by a government and bank is going to plummet like a rock. Welcome to the world of cryptocurrency. All right. Greetings, everybody. This is Bitcoin Brandon from Los Angeles, California. I'm the founder and CEO of Ivy League Crypto Academy, ILCA for short. And I've been excited and waiting the last couple of days to give this quick announcement. I promise you, I will try not to keep it long at all because I have some big announcements to make. But I want to thank you guys for taking time out of your schedule for even listening to this because this is a serious call. This is a call that's about money, period. I don't want to beat around the bush. Let's get straight to the point. People are hurting out there and people want to make money. That's the bottom line. And sometimes there's something that I know that people need, and then there's something that people want. I've been 25 years in the direct selling space. I failed my first 10 years. I'm not going to go into my entire whole story. I share that all the time. I never gave up. I kept working and learning skills to teach myself how to be successful in not just a business or a company, but skills that will allow me to be successful in everything that I do. In other words, I'm not a one trick pony. Any business that I do, I have success in, period. And it's because of a certain skill set that I've learned over the years. But about 7 years ago, when I got into the crypto space, I left the direct sales space behind. And I wanted to be more of an influencer base. I still took part of affiliate programs and projects, but more so on the affiliate side because my focus now has turned to taking advantage of the greatest economic shift in wealth in the history of mankind, which is blockchain technology and cryptocurrency. Now, I'm not the only one who came to that realization. So did a lot of people from the network marketing world said, yay, I'm now going to take my talents and skills and come into the crypto space. A lot of people created their own companies or they used their skills to build these companies. And there's people who made millions off of doing that. But there's been one big problem. 90 or 95% of every network marketing company that wanted to build a company in the crypto space, even slash Forex, has either gone out of business, been deemed illegal, operating illegally, investigated by the SEC, was a pump and dump scheme or a scam or a rug pull, and the owners run off with everybody's money. Time and time and time and time again. But what it also showed was people are hungry. People are hungry for an opportunity. People want, and here's the one thing that they want to be able to invest in something, let it work for them, and earn a return on that investment, preferably as quickly as possible. That's what the people want. What I learned during this time was that's not what the people need. People needed crypto education because your education allowed you to be safeguarded when these predatory opportunities came around that I always called out over and over and over and over again. That's why I created ILCA to teach crypto education because I knew that's what people need. But even below that, that's not what the people want. People, yeah, education is good. But you know what I hear 9 times out of 10 every single day? People call me up. It's not, hey, Brandon, how can I get involved with your crypto education? Because I need to learn this stuff. That's what they should be saying, but that's not what I'm hearing. What I hear is, hey, Brandon, I got $5,000. I have $10,000. I have $50,000. Where do you suggest I invest? Where can I put my money? And my answer has always been education first. And you know what I get back? Yeah. I know about that, but yeah, I need to make some money. Where can I put the money? And I want to shake my head, and I'm like, you don't get it. Yeah, if you get on the education side first, the money will come second. If you're trying to jump on the money first without the education, you're going to end up losing that. But common sense isn't, what everybody jumps on. Because I can say that till I'm blue in the face, but there's a lot of other influencers or networkers out there that are on the level as myself or even bigger, who the first thing that they do is say, hey, I got a new program to pitch in. We're going to make a lot of money in this. And I vetted the program. You can trust me. We're going to do good on this. And next thing you know, the program is gone. Two of the most high profile recently is the whole hyperverse programs out there, where it was a gentleman that I had a lot of respect for, that Rodney Burton was a part of that. And we see what's happening with that. You had another one out there called Novatech that everybody, got excited about. Many of you listening to me right now were probably a part of that program. I came out against the program, not because I believed they had the intent of scamming anybody, but because I knew the business model that they were running was going to come underneath the radar screen of the authorities. So whether right or wrong, they were going to be hit one way or another. And the people who get harmed by that are the investors. But the one thing that people want is an ability to earn a percentage, whether it's daily, whether it's weekly, whether it's monthly or yearly, some form of annual yield. And that's okay to do, compounding, but in a legal and compliant way. And most people don't know how to find those type of things. Last year, I came out of retirement and I started to market in a company called VRX now, but Star Vara, it was Star Horizon at the beginning. And that project by far has the thing that has me the most excited about long term. And I am heavily invested in that project and I vouch for that project long term. But when you're in networking and you get that little bug, it's in you. And I got excited again, not just being an influencer or a network or an investor, but on the building side and building teams and interacting with people all over again from all around the world. I got excited about that again. But still, my focus was on education. And in ILCA, we've got different plans. We've got our diamond class. We've got our inner circle for crypto talks in the morning. We've got our 5-day challenge, which we're right in the middle of right now. Our 5-day challenge for the month of February. We are on day 4 tonight. We've got Brother Eric Guthrie from Morehouse College that will be sharing with us tonight. He's a certified law attorney. So he'll be sharing tonight. We have my Morehouse brother, Lamar Slater from San Diego last night. The night before that, we have Professor Oscar Sistrunk from Morehouse College on. And tomorrow night, we've got Brother Marlon from Atlanta, Georgia from Morehouse will be on. So I've got that. I'm doing a whole lot of bunch of free stuff for the community to educate. But you know that old saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink it. And even then, I still got people that say, Brandon, show me the money. I want to get paid. Yeah, I'll earn while I learn. So I attempted inside of my ILCA to, there's a couple of programs that I might vouch for that I'm a part of to share with our inner circle community and our members. And the only problem there is I'm trying to walk the fine line of, you guys are here for education, and there's some people that's all they want. There's other people that want to be able to make money, and trying to mix the two. And it hasn't really worked the way it could. So I made the decision of what I'm going to do. Nothing's changing with ILCA. But what I'm going to do is give the people what they want at the same time. And what people want is to make money. If I'm wrong, type me in the chat box. Or better yet, let me ask it this way. If that's what you want, I want to make money. Type in the chat box, I want to make money. That's what people want. I want to make money. Brandon, what can you do to help me make money? I want to make money. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to separate the sheep from the herd, or the sharks, or whatever you want to call it. I'm going to separate this. I'm going to be creating a private, but it's by invite only, but open group. And I'm going to call it the ILCA Elite Group. What this group is, there's no cost of being here. Don't worry. Brandon, I'm already paying for the inner circle. Brandon, I'm already paying for your diamond classes and all that. I'm not, this is no charge here. I'm not looking for your money. I'm looking for partners who want to run with me. This year especially is the year of crypto. We just saw Bitcoin hit its highest mark in the last 2 years yesterday. People are paying attention who weren't paying attention before, but people are also skeptical because they've been down this road before. Because always when Bitcoin and crypto goes up, what happens? All the sharks come out with all the scams and opportunities, and people jump on that and they lose all their money. And what happens is they're following leaders who say, I vetted this opportunity. Therefore, you can trust me and we can jump involved. I mean, we heard that before. That didn't work out too well. So I'm doing things different. The concept and the idea is sound. So here's what we're going to do. I'm creating a private group. I'm making a list for those who want to be invited into this group. I'm restructuring my day-to-day schedules, the presentations that I do. Sunday nights is going to be devoted to this group. And this group will have access to the projects that I've vetted, that I believe in, that I'm willing to put my name and reputation behind. And even I have partnerships with these projects, partnerships where these projects know that education is important. And some of them are actually implementing my education. You'll be hearing more about this along the line. The one we already know of, VARA, VRX, ain't nothing changing there. By far, that is what I am most excited about, that I believe has the potential to make the most amount of money long term, is the VRX project. But I'm going to approach it with this elite group in a different manner. Not from a, we need to build an organization and how big can we get it, but from a, we need to make sure we invest in the assets that they're offering, because this is what it could be potentially going to be worth down the road, because it's limited. We're in tier 2, the pro elite. That's the biggest. That's number one. The second is something that we just introduced within the last 30 days. And that is the done for you system, DFY airdrops. Why? Because they've got a suite of opportunities, not only the airdrops, but also the whole staking and AI trading mechanism, and also metaverse. They've got it. And I interviewed the principals behind DFY just a few weeks ago. It just got confirmed 15 minutes before I went live that I will be interviewing next Saturday the principals behind the Insights AI trading platform. So it's one thing for you to get free tokens, but what are you going to do with those tokens after you get them? How can you make it work for you? My story is I flipped $30 into 6 figures in 3.5 months when I first got into crypto. A lot of it was my education. I knew what I was doing. But what about the people who don't have that type of education and knowledge? So you may not be able to move like me, but you have a system in place that's going to do it for you. I love paying somebody else to do it for me, but not none of this, give your money somewhere and guarantee 1 to 3%, and you don't have to do nothing, and you hope that they're trading for you, and next thing you know, all your money's gone. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about in a compliant way. In other words, I'm going to be showing you opportunities that do offer passive income, meaning you don't have to recruit people to make money. There are affiliates attached to that where if you do, you can make a whole lot of money. But the product itself, there's an actual product. I've been in this game a long time. I've been in the networking side 25 years. I've been in the crypto side now 8 years. I have done and seen it all. I've made 7 figures in both. I know the BS, and I'm not about the bullshit. Legitimacy. So those are the 2 things you already know about. There's also 2 more that I am adding into this circle. One, my inner circle already knows about. And this is for those of you, and I'm not going to say any names of this. You guys got to be in the inner group to get this. This ain't public stuff. But one of them is for those of you who just, for whatever reason, you just love Forex. You love to be a part of these Forex companies that promise they're going to trade for you, and you give them your money and they promise you 3% a week and whatnot. And it's like a drug. I'm going to give you what you want. You want some Forex crypto trading? I got it for you as well. Only this time, how about in a decentralized, compliant type manner where there's always a risk, but the risk is very minimal. It's very minimal. And you can use that to scale up. I already got that. Now, I will tell you there is no guarantee on how much you can make. But I can tell you on past performance, This deal has been doing up to about 1% a day, up to 1% a day consistently. Not guaranteed. Let me repeat. There is, because I don't want nobody cherry picking my videos and putting some things up and running to the SEC, Brandon's guarantee and stuff. There is no guarantee. Everything we do is risky, and you're at risk of losing some, most, or if not all your money. But with your education, you can minimize that risk. So all I'm saying is the program that I've been looking at and that I'm a part of is doing up to 1% on a daily basis, which comes up to 30% a month. Not a guarantee. I won't be sharing that until Sunday publicly for those that are in this private group. In fact, I had made the decision. I didn't know exactly in Crypto Talk this morning how I was going to do it, but I'm only going to be doing it on Zoom. I'm not going to be doing that Sunday call on StreamYard, and it's not going to be shared publicly on YouTube or in the Facebook groups. It's just going to be Zoom. So you've got to be in our private ILCA elite group to get this Zoom link. And then there's going to be another program that is for those of you who are networkers, for those of you who want to share. You want to be able to earn not only from the product itself, but building an organization. I'm going to be interviewing the principals behind this company on March 23rd. I'm not even going to unveil the name of it until a week from after the March 9th, probably the week of 9th, 10th, 11th, the week of the 11th. I'm going to start talking about that. So I'm not going to even talk about it on Sunday. So Sunday, we're going to be talking about in this private group, not only what we're doing on the VARA side, the DFY side, but also this Forex crypto trading side. And everything is passive. Every opportunity is a way that you can earn passive income from what you do. But again, I got to highlight something, and I learned this very important. The main thing is VRX. The main opportunity that you're going to be able to, in my opinion, that doesn't mean it's a fact, long term, is you've got to be positioned in VRX. You're going to kick yourself down the road if you're not. Everything else is passive. It's when I say affiliate, we're talking about only 1 to 2 levels. We're not talking about building networking. The fourth opportunity, there is multi-levels there, but I'll get more into that down the road. But one thing is we've got to be diversified. I learned the hard way that if all you have is one thing, if that's all you have, you're positioning yourself to be at the mercy of that one opportunity. And if something goes wrong, you're asked out. But if you have multiple streams of income coming in, then when something happens, when one thing, and it can be completely out of your control and the company's control, it's not anybody's fault. You are still able to support yourself, have income coming in, and even have income coming in to buy more things in that opportunity. And you're not in a situation where you're asked out. So I want to repeat something. This is for not only my ILCA community, the ILCA elite. Anybody can be a part of it, even if you don't want crypto education. And there's a lot of people out there that don't. They don't think you need it. You just want to make money. I will have a group that this group is just about money. Now I do have prerequisites. Okay. Not everybody is allowed to be in this. One prerequisite is that it takes money to make money. You got to have at least $250 at least to start. You're not paying me $250. There is no monthly membership to be in this elite group. What that money is for you to buy the products that we are putting in so that you can be in position. You don't have to be a part of everything. You can pick what you would like. Ultimately, the whole point is being diverse, that you do have a position and that you have other sources of income coming in passively and automatically. That's the whole point. So ultimately, you want to have a checkbox that, okay, I got position in this, I got that. I got this. Vara right now, you need to have the Pro Elite Pack. If you're not a founder, you need to get the Pro Elite Pack. That's $3,500. That is a must. You got to have it. If you're in a situation where you say, I can't afford it yet, get the lower pack for right now. But you got to have at least $250 so that you can get something in the suite that we're offering. The only presentations, because I know the next question is, Brandon, are you going to be doing presentations out there? The only presentations I will be doing is for VRX. Okay, let me say this again. The only presentations I will be doing will be for VRX. These other affiliate things, they have their own going on. We're just going to plug you in where you can plug into what they got going on. Sunday nights, I will be doing presentation for ILCA Elite Group. That's including these things. But I will not be doing individual presentations on these things, only VRX. So here's what's going to happen next. We already have our Telegram group set up that was going to be hosting those of you who want to be in the elite. The other groups we've got, my VRX group, my ILCA subscribers group, our ILCA diamond groups, those will remain the same. There's nothing changing there. Those of you who say, Brandon, I want to make some money, I'm not playing, and I got $250. I'm making a list. I want you to either shoot myself a message privately or shoot a message to my executive assistant, Miss Marnita Casa, that you want to be down. When you do that, we're going to add you not until Sunday. After Sunday night, we're going to add you to our private Telegram group that will have these items in the group. I'm not creating websites or all this others. I'm not doing none of that stuff. Okay. I'm keeping this simple, and that we can run and flexible. I'm not being beholden to anything like that. So we're going to be very flexible. And let me tell you something else, that this is going to be community driven. It's not about everybody needs to be underneath me. I'm only involving projects that I jump on and everybody. No. Because guess what? 3, because I'm not sure the third one, are the projects were brought to me by people in our community. One of them, Mr. Crow's my upline. In VRX, I'm his upline. Another one, Patty Geis, is my upline. So if you guys see any projects out there that look that they can be promising, you can bring it to the community and I'll vet it, and we'll vet it. And if I think it's good, I'm going to say, give me your link. As long as it falls in line with what we are already doing, and nothing can be in competition with or in the way of my main thing, which is VRX. So I say no to opportunities all the time, and great opportunities. But it's being focused, keeping the main thing the main thing. We haven't even launched in VRX yet, and I already made $160,000. I plan on making 7 figures a month with that opportunity. But we're still in pre-launch. We're not there yet. My goal is to help make that happen and build a community and keep things together. Still with crypto education. So send myself a private message or Miss Casa that you want to be on the list. I'm going to be curating this list all the way up until Sunday. And I'm going to send everybody who is on the list the private Zoom link on Sunday night. Is going to be at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. So it's by invite only. I'm not making that Zoom link public, because this isn't for the public. This isn't for everybody. And some of you may ask to be on the list, and I might say, no, this is not for you. I don't want looky-loos.
I don't want people who are just curious. People say, well, Brandon, if I'm already an ILCA, can I be on that list? No. I'm looking for commitment. All right. I'm looking for people who want to make money, not people who hope to make money. Who people will say, yeah, Brandon, I got $5,000 and I don't know what to do with it. You want to be on the list because I'm going to show you. And it goes more beyond that because I'm also going to be teaching. So what am I going to be teaching? I'm going to be teaching, what do you do with the money once you make it? Do you know how I have more than 15 access keys in VRX? Because I took the money that I made and I flipped it. I reinvested it right back. This is the year of accumulation. We need to accumulate as much as we possibly can, not sell, but accumulate. You need as much VRX tokens as possible, GFT tokens as possible, and any of the other stuff that I'm bringing to the table, you need to have in your possession as possible while we can, because we only have a very short window of opportunity left. And you don't want to be left behind. This thing only happens every 4 years. By the way, the next 5-day challenge I do next month, the topic is going to be Bitcoin halving for each night of the week. We're going to be talking about something different on the Bitcoin halving. So you have a complete understanding. And if you see companies like BlackRock that is out there purchasing more Bitcoin a day than the entire country that El Salvador has, that's telling you something. What are you doing? So the time for bullshit is over. The time to work and get paid is right now. But to do it in a safe way and minimize our risk as much as possible is also paramount. We got to be careful with how we move and move forward. And again, when people say, well, Brandon, should I listen to you? No. See, I operate a certain way. It's the community. I interview the main players in front of you so you can make your own choice. When we first heard about Starvara, what did I do? We interviewed the warlock, as he calls himself, Dominik Bojcevic. I hope I said his last name right, who I think is going to be the next like Vitalik Buterin, multi-billionaire. Greg Stevens, Nick, CMO of Vara. We interviewed them multiple times so that I can allow you guys to see what I saw. And then you make your own determination from there. When we talked about the Done For You airdrops a couple of weeks ago, I interviewed their whole team in front of the community. And then you guys can see that and do your own due diligence and say if this is something that you'd rather be a part of, yes or no. And I'm not done yet. Next Saturday, we're going to be interviewing the rest of their team on the AI trading side. That's in an affordable manner. I tried to introduce one about a month ago, and it was a little bit too expensive out of most people's price range. You need to be doing at least $199 a month, and you need to have at least $3,000, and most people didn't have that to begin with. It's not that it's a bad program. People just didn't have the resources yet. So we need to build our resources up so that when we do have opportunities, we can now be a part of it. What good is that the pro elite's out there, but you can't afford it? You don't have the money to get it. I want to help you to get the money so that you can. So we're going to be interviewing these principals in front of you. So we've got a big major interview on March 9th, and we're going to have another one on March 23rd. That's going to be a big one. And that one actually is an opportunity to build on, but you don't have to. You don't have to build on anything. This is all about passive, and everything that we do has the passive component to it. It's all about the product, not some Ponzi scheme. I got to recruit people to make money, and I can't get paid unless I recruit new people. You know, the product itself should be good enough that you invested in it and it's bringing you a return on that in a legal and compliant way. Am I making sense? If I make sense, type me in the chat box. So that is what this group is. So anything that you see me publicly, I'm going to be talking about ILCA Elite. I'm not going to be talking about the only company that really publicly you hear me talk about is VRX. I mean, if you guys still don't get that, there's nothing I can say. You know, of course, there's always going to be problems and issues and setbacks with a new company that's just getting itself launched and dealing with compliance and regulations and Stripe accounts and fraud that goes on. That's a part of the nature of business. I have my own company. I know what that's about. But that long term that's the deal right there. But everything we do has a passive component to it, and if you want to be a part of it, you've got at least $250. Send myself a message. Send Miss Casa a message. And also, I want to make this also point too. We want to make sure that we are honoring the chain of command or lineage. So if you're a part of any other companies and you got download, we don't do cross recruiting, none of that. We're not stealing anybody. We're not taking from anybody else. So before you ask for any links, because that's another thing, you will never see me post my links of anything out there publicly. Get back to whoever invited you to hear me or see me and get the link from them. Okay, well, I'm not doing that. I don't play that. I don't answer to anybody. I'm independent. I don't answer to any CEO. And if any CEO tries to put stipulations on me, they can go jump. I've been down that road. I'm my own business. So we're creating an elite group. Just our business brought the VRX ecosystem more than $2.5 million in 2 months. I mean, in 12 months. You don't think I can do far more than that? So I don't want anybody playing with me. We are about business, and we are about making sure people are in a position to succeed in a safe way. Again, as a disclaimer, though, I am not a licensed financial advisor to be giving financial advice. I share information for entertainment, educational, and training purposes only, and it is up to you to make your own important decision on which way to go. But if you're tired of the bullshit like I am, and you've been following all these clowns out there who neglected crypto education, who felt they didn't need it, who felt because they made money that they can lead you in the right way, and next thing you know happens, Novatech. If you're tired of that crap, you want to be a part of our ILCA elite. And let's get you started, whether it's from a small or from a large. And again, this is not for everybody. Not for everybody. And I will be removing people that I know is about the BS. Here's something else. I do have another I do have another requirement. I ain't got time for the criers and the complainers. None. I have no patience for that. I'm far too busy to worry about something didn't go as according to plan. Do not get on my list. If you're that type of person, if something didn't happen exactly according to plan, you want to cry about it all doggone day and you want my attention about it. I don't do that. Not anymore. The time is money. You wasting my time. You wasting my money. You're not an entrepreneur. You don't understand risk. You don't understand that things don't go always perfect. Go play in a sandbox somewhere else. I ain't got time for that. I don't need you or your money. So I hope that all makes sense. And I'm looking for who's ready to take the rest of 2024 by storm as we go into March. Tomorrow, I will be doing a watch party. CEO or founder of Vara, Greg Stevens, was in Jakarta. I haven't watched it. It was like 3:30, 3:45 a.m. my time. So tomorrow morning at 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, I'm going to be doing a watch party, and I will put that link in our private Telegram group, not only for ILCA, but also my VRX group. And so we're going to do a watch party of that tomorrow. And then be prepared for Sunday night. For those of you who got on my list, I'm going to give you that private Zoom. Actually, I'm going to create a Zoom specifically for the ILCA Elite group. And any of you that want to be on that, send us a message, and I'll at least, I won't kick you out yet. I'll let you come back on Sunday night and see what it is that I'm doing, the direction that I'm going in. And then you can decide whether or not, because I'm going to say, all right, we're ready to go. Here's what we got. Get your links, purchase your pack, and let's run. Now, let me also answer a question before anybody asks. For people who say, well, Brandon, I am already a paying member of ILCA and I bought a founders pack in VRX. Can I be a part of the ILCA elite group? Yes, if you purchase a pack. What am I talking about? One of the other affiliates that we have going on, or you got the Pro Elite pack, or you purchased something since you've been a founder. We already have something for you. If you're in ILCA as a paid member and you are a founder of VRX, we already are giving you all the information you need, all the support, all the presentations. You already got that. This elite is something else. All right. I want to make sure you guys get that. That's clear. And I'm not charging you to be in the elite group. I'm not charging you to be in that group. It also came from, I have members of my VRX team who are not in ILCA. And so they feel that, well, I got to be a part of ILCA only to get Brandon's attention. No, you don't. No, you don't. So this is separate thing. Follow the rules. There's no cross recruiting. There's no looky-loos. There's no complainers and whiners. This is for people who want to make some money, and you at least have 250 to get started. All right, that is it. All I wanted to share for today. I'm actually going to edit this video and I'm going to upload it to YouTube. Feel free to share it with all of your team members as well, inside and out of the ILCA community. You're done with the bullshit. You're ready to be involved with things that has a passive and minimal risk for passive income for you in a legal and compliant way. Then we got it for you. With that, take care, everybody, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bitcoin Brandon out. Bye-bye.